from the lockdown San Francisco Bay Area, live every Tuesday night, it's ESG Live with Chuck and Raymir. Tonight, special guest from Enokim, Nimrod Sapir. The Rolling Roulette from Iceland. And the premiere of the ultra-portable Enokim Lite 2. And now, the Dana White of electric scooters, Chuck Temple. Feeling today is going to be one of our best shows that we've ever had. We've got so many cool, we actually have like 4 guests for you today. We're definitely going to have technical difficulties, so I'm just going to tell you that right now. However, we've been practicing for the last hour, no joke, to make sure that, things are good. So hopefully y'all can hear me this week. If you can, just give me a quick thumbs up, give me a like on the YouTube, because that the most important thing is that we can hear each other, right? I see you guys commenting. Hello, David Vosk, Yaniv, Urban, Makina, Voro Motors is here, Corey's here. I know I'm missing a lot of people. Michael's here, Mercedes here, Todd's here. It's a lot. It's awesome to see a bunch of familiar faces. So very cool. So today we've got basically today is the Enokim Lite 2. We are going to talk to Nimrod Sapir, who is the founder of Enokim, which is pretty special. He was on before. We had to cut him off early, so we're gonna make sure that we don't do that this week. And of course, we appreciate him being on. We've got another special guest, which is the Rocking Rollettes of the Roll Around Iceland Facebook group, where they're gonna go on an electric scooter trip. 3 middle-aged women. I can't believe they're coming on. They're in Iceland. Everybody's in the middle of the night, but it's cool. I hope this all works out. We're going to have, of course, we're going to have a deal of the week. We got the premiere of the Enokim Lite 2 coming up after the show's over, so right after, so stay tuned for that. We've got some great industry news, mostly from Voro Motors and Apollo Scooters, a little community content. So let's get going. Mission of the Electric Scooter Guide is to help you find the perfect electric scooter for you. We do the show every Tuesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. In Iceland, I believe that's midnight, and in Israel, I think it's 3 a.m. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're here right now, right, or if you're watching in the future, make sure you're subscribed. This is how you're going to get all, notified of everything that we're doing. Please follow us on Instagram. I'm always posting stories behind the scenes. I just tested out the new GoTrax Elite, which is, a bunch of slime spurted out at me. So I posted that on Instagram, just some fun stuff. And then also, make sure to chat it up in the live chat right now, but also during the weekdays, where everything's going on is the Facebook group. We have a giveaway that's on Monday. It's definitely on Monday. David Vosk, please let everybody know if I'm wrong, but I believe it's on Monday. We have Photo Friday on Friday. We have exclusive interviews, all that good stuff. And shout out to everybody that makes a Facebook group possible. Half you guys are right here right now, which is pretty cool. And thank you to David Voss for managing so much of that Facebook group. Speaking of Photo Friday with you every Friday. Every Friday, we do Photo Friday, and so we had a huge Photo Friday recently. So we got 4 winners. I think there was over 100 submissions, but the first winner is an honorable mention. This is all based on votes and everything. This is Victoria Jasic, and basically this person mentions me and my dad in Bethesda, Maryland on an eMove Cruiser and a Segway 9bot ES4. I had so much fun taking this photo with my dad. We both love photography and electric scooters. Happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all the dads in the group. So awesome photo, Victoria. Okay, we had a tie for runner-up this week. a tie between many of you guys know these guys, Randy Gardner and Todd Murray. So let's go with Randy first. Trigger, his 10x. Randy says, "We are all social, so it may seem hard to follow this rule at first. It is best not to wave back at someone who waves at you while riding. In short, it is acceptable, even encouraged, to always double fist while riding." I think he means double fist as in keep holding onto your scooter with. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay. Todd is next. Okay. All right, Todd, eMove Cruiser in Miami. eMove Cruiser in Miami says, at Trump National Doral, the Blue Monster, the 8th hole, par 3. I don't think the president would be too happy with this photo with a winky tongue face emoji. Todd S., awesome photo. This is a beautiful picture. And of course, I'd love to play on someday. Looks awesome. I played it in video games before, the Blue Monster. Okay, and the winner of the Photo Friday contest is Mark Carless. He got the most amount of votes. He says, "Thanks, David. This is a twilight shot of my upgraded Cabo Mantis Elite. The photo was shot in Sutherland, New South Wales." Oh, Mark Carless is that England? It's in England. Congratulations, Mark. And thank you all for putting in your pictures. This is a fantastic photo. I mean, this is like, let's leave this on the screen for a second. This is a beautiful shot, especially how you can see the blue lights hitting, the ground and everything. And I think that actually they replaced those blue lights now with white lights. So you can't even get, I don't think, the blue lights anymore, at least not in US. Oh, thank you, Scoop PDX. NSW is in Australia. Man, I can't even think anymore. Yeah. Sometimes, you just start laughing and you just can't stop. That was a moment. Okay. So now that Photo Friday's over, let's get on with the deal of the week. The deal of the week this week is, of course, the scooter that we're going to talk about, which is the Inokim Lite 2. The Inokim is now available in the US on the Fluid Freerides website. They're giving us a special discount. First of all, it's $100 off accessories. So basically, any scooter, you can get $100 off accessories. But for you guys and you guys only, it's $100 off the price of the scooters as well. And it's any Inokim scooter. You just use the coupon code ESG for Inokim 100. Thank you to Julian. Thank you to Fluid Freeride for making that possible. That's amazing. And we'll have Julian back on the show, soon. I know everybody loves chatting with Julian. It's just, we've had him on so many times, I feel like, that we got to give other people a chance and everything. But check that out. Also, just so you know, the link to the scooter and the link to, everything, as far as the codes and all that stuff. So you don't have to remember what I say. Just look in the video description because it's there. If you go on our website, all of the codes are in the coupons codes section. So cool. So check that out. All right, next up, are we getting ready for? We're good. Okay, so we have our first guest on the show. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do their intro right now. Okay, let me just talk about them. Okay, so we have our first guest, and I hope we're gonna be good. Okay. So the guest is a group of middle-aged women who'll be traveling on electric scooters all around Iceland on their famous ring road called Highway Number 1. The self-proclaimed middle-aged Icelandic girlfriends jokingly call themselves the Rocking Rolettes, are going to bring Iceland to their friends abroad by going live on social media every day as they roll around Iceland on their electric scooters and vehicles at a maximum of 25 kilometers per hour, which we know I think is about 15 miles per hour. It's a 14-day journey all around the country, and we're so excited to have them on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. We got audio too. This is awesome. So let me see if I can get your guys' names right. It's I talked to Runa earlier, right?
Yep, I'm here.
Bjarni is someone else.
Yeah, she's trying to get in. She's not here yet.
Okay, she's trying to get in. That's fine. We'll get her when she comes. And then Ranve.
Yes, Ranve.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming on.
Well, welcome. Thank you for thank you for inviting us. We're thrilled to be part of this show.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I saw a news article about you guys, and I was like, well, someone is going on a scooter trip across a country that I've always wanted to go to, and I will be following along with your journey, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have you guys on. So so I mean, tell me a little bit about the trip and maybe the purpose of it, and how you came up with this idea.
Shall I start this, Ranve, or
yeah, I think you should start this.
Okay. Yes. It actually just all started on Messenger, to be honest. It started off with Bjarni, who is trying to get in. She came up, she basically wanted to do something, and she was we should go do what is it called, sporting, like on the sea around Iceland. And we're like, she didn't get a whole lot of, actually no one even said, I'll consider.
There's no like at all. It was like, no.
Yeah. And then I came into the discussion. We started to kind of like just throw things around, what would be fun to do. And before we knew it, this idea came up. Why don't we, in the situation that we are in, so many of our friends around the world and their friends, Iceland has been on the bucket list and they can't, for some reason, they can't visit Iceland this time. So how about we bring Iceland to them? And that's how it developed. And that's where Ranve came into the discussion. And Ranve, you want to tell us how you came into that?
I didn't actually realize what was going on. So they talk a lot, and it's a lot of discussion there, and I just missed part of it, and I was like, oh, I'm in. So in the end, I didn't know what I was signing up for, but if I decide to do something, of course, I just stick to it. So, and at that time, I had never tried those scooters, so I was just do something new in this COVID situation that we are all in today. So that was.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Very cool. What are the places? I guess we should maybe ask our audience, like, if there's any favorite places that they want to see you guys, I guess, traveling around on scooters too.
That would be beautiful if there are any places that people would love us to go. What we will do, we will go what is called Highway 1, which is actually a circle road around the island. And that's where we're going to go. And so we're going to be meeting with a lot of interesting people on the way. I'm pretty sure we're going to be meeting people who see and speak with elves, people who have made some gourmet feast out of sheep's testicles. We might even meet people that are farmers that are doing eco-friendly, organic meat and other products. So it's going to be quite an interesting journey. I'm
awesome.
I'm excited.
I think the fun part would be to meet people and hear like a local stories.
Yeah.
And because we know our country quite well, but I think it's a lot of things that we don't know. So I'm excited to meet them, the locals.
Very cool. I have a few questions from the audience, and thank you, audience, for hitting the @ElectricScooterGuide so I can see these. But do you mind answering a couple questions from the audience?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. so one person's asking, Yaniv is asking, what scooters do you ride, and how do you find that the cold weather affects the ride, other than freezing hands? Which is another good question. How do you deal with freezing hands? Also, maybe you can talk a little bit about the weather in Iceland, because I think a lot of people don't maybe know what it's like in certain, you know, it sounds like it's all made of ice, which I know is not true, right?
No, it's not exactly all made of ice. That's true. But the temperature that we will be traveling in, it's most likely going to be in Fahrenheit, somewhere in the 50s.
Okay. All right. That's about as cold as it gets here ever. I mean, in California where I live. But is that's summertime over there for you?
That's summertime. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So how do you deal with the cold? You know, and then what kind of scooters are you riding for this trip?
Rannveig, you want to answer that?
I don't know the type of the scooters. Rúna, maybe you know that type, but
this is a really interesting question.
Okay, the best question.
The best question ever. In all honesty, I don't have a clue the name of the scooters, and here comes the fun part, because there is a company that rents out scooters in Reykjavik, where, you know, those that you just clip on app and you go for a ride from A to B. And they're actually providing us with these scooters. So I don't know which type they are, to be perfectly honest.
Okay. Do they have like suspension? Do they have, are they, you know, are they, do they feel robust? Are there a certain brand? You guys are just going to jump on scooters that you have no idea what kind of scooters they are. And you're just going to go for it.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is an adventure trip.
Oh my gosh. You guys are pretty adventurous.
You think?
You still there?
Yep, we're still there. I thought Rannveig was going to say something.
Oh. No. I was just thinking we should Google it.
Actually, let me look up the website real quick. I think people can find you on it. Actually, we have the link in the video description. And let me just, if you guys go to this here, I'll paste the link in the description, and let's see if any of our viewers can figure out what scooters they're actually going to be riding. Here's the link.
Yeah.
I just posted it now. We're trying to get you guys back on the screen also.
But regarding what to wear, of course, we are used to the cold weather in Iceland, and we don't think this is a cold weather.
Okay, yeah. So for you guys, you're going to be wearing shorts and t-shirts and stuff?
Nah, more like, you know, 66 North outdoor clothes.
Outdoor clothing that is breathable. That is, we need some good thermals. We need,
The gloves are very important.
Gloves,
we figured that out.
Yeah, we figured that out. Yeah.
Well, I figured out what kind of scooters you have. Just you can look at it through the page. It looks like you've got some hybrid style tires, right? Which will be probably pretty good in good conditions. But if you're gonna be like going super fast around corners, be a little careful, right? Because you don't have it doesn't look like you have fully pneumatic tires, but it does look like you do have suspension, which should make the ride a lot more comfortable than if you didn't. Well, I mean, is it going to be wet there at the time that you're riding?
Oh yeah, it's going to be windy. It's going to be wet. We're going to get all sorts of weather.
Okay. I hope you got, so just be careful on slipping, I think, with those tires. I think just be careful with slipping. But otherwise, they look like good scooters. They're going to be pretty robust. They're big. It looks, I mean, if they're the ones that are in the video that I watched earlier.
Those are the ones.
Yep.
Perfect. Very good. Cool. So before we go, I just wanted to ask you, how do you say, goodbye in Icelandic, right? That's the language.
Icelandic. Yeah. We say bless.
Just less.
Bless.
Like bless you.
Bless you. And you could also say, we also quite often say bless.
Wait, say again. I lost the audio for a second. Less or bless?
Bless. That's bless you.
Spless.
When you say bless you.
Just joking. Bless you. Bless you means goodbye.
Or we just say vertu sæll.
Vertu sæll. Got it.
That's a good one.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. I wish you the best luck. When do you leave?
We leave on Monday morning Icelandic time. And
okay.
Please, I mean, it would be awesome to have such an expert like you guys are following us and giving us advice and sharing your tips with us as we roll around Iceland. So follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The handle is Roll Around Iceland.
I will, and I hope maybe we can get you on again, maybe at the end of your journey or something, or anytime. Just I'll be in touch, I'm sure, to see how you guys are doing.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck on the start of your trip. And we will keep an update on how you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bless.
Bless.
Bless. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. So very cool. I'm so excited about this trip. I mean, it's always nice to see people doing fun things on mobility devices, no matter if it's a skateboard or a PEV, but like they're going for it, and that is pretty cool. It's very, very exciting to see that. It looks like we have our next guest coming about in, and this is the one you guys are probably waiting for. So Nimrod will be joining us here in just a moment. So he's getting set up. I'm gonna turn the audio over to you guys so you can make sure that we don't get an echo from him. So basically, if you don't know Nimrod is the founder of Inokim. He made the company. It was originally called MyWay, right? And he designed what are actually some of the first electric scooters, like modern electric scooters. Today, we may not go over the history of the company as much because you can check out I think about 4 or 5 episodes ago. He was in one of these episodes, and we went through a ton of stuff about like how the company was formed, all that good stuff. What you should also know, though, is that the more that I ride the Inokim scooters, the more you realize that every single nuance to these scooters are designed. So I've asked Nimrod many times, like, well, hey, what's going on with this? Why do you have this rear fender flared this way? You can't ask that question to anybody else, and even if you found the person, the design team or whatever, they're not going to necessarily know. They're just it's parts that they get in the supply chain. They look at what other people have done, they kind of copy it. Things don't work right all the time, right? A fender rubs on this or that. I mean, these are things that in the electric scooter industry we kind of just assume are normal, that you're going to have little things going on. What makes Nimrod and Inokim different is that you can ask him about every curve of every chord. You can open up the deck of these things, and I haven't done that, but what I've heard across the board is that someone said you could have a tea party inside of the deck of their scooters. It's not a rat's nest, of course. I mean, it's just every piece of their scooters are well designed, and it's why we're also trying to pick up and show some of these scooters, because a lot of our audience is in the US, and I think a lot of the US audience doesn't know about Inokim and how those scooters are different, because when you look at them on paper, they look like one thing, but when you actually ride them, it's a different thing. So I'm going to bring on Nimrod here in a second. So joining us tonight all the way from the Eastern Mediterranean, we have Nimrod Sapir, founder of Inokim and electric scooter guru, revolutionary, visionary. We're so excited to have you, Nimrod, on the show with us and to talk about Inokim in general, but especially the Light 2, which is the scooter for today. So welcome.
Thank you. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you.
Wow.
Everything, and I'm not getting an echo, so we're good.
Okay.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just got here at the last moment. It's very late. It's 3:24 morning, but I didn't go to sleep yet. So,
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for coming on so late at night. I know we could have done this pre-recorded, but I wanted to make sure that we get you know, that we're able to get some questions from the audience and all that good stuff. Okay, you still there with me? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I know we have a lot of questions that are going to come from the audience. So what I'll ask, you know, before we kind of ask some questions, I'll just tell the audience right now, if you're watching, you have questions for Nimrod, do the @electricscooterguide, you know, just tag us in your comment, and then our producer can get those questions, you know, over to me. Otherwise it's going to be too hard for me to like look back and see them. So I have that doc open. But yeah, first of all, yeah, just thanks for coming in so late at night, and chatting with us. So Inokim Lite 2, could you maybe just tell me a little bit about like how this scooter was developed, who it was developed for? I know that these scooters are not accidents for you, right? You developed, I've talked to you a lot, and you have reasons for all of these elements that come in these scooters, and then of course they get copied throughout the industry. You see them on Xiaomi, you see them in many places. But tell me about like how you designed the Inokim Lite 2 and who it was for, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, our first scooter is, as you personally know, is called Quick series, which now is now the market is known as Quick 3 already, 3 generation. The next one is the Quick 4. So the Quick series was actually the explosion of, it started the explosion of electric scooters. And the innovation was using aluminum extruded as the main body, very quick folding mechanism, and lithium-ion battery, and brushless submotor. So when I did Quick 1, Quick 2, whatever, I regarded it as very light scooter. It was, at the time, it was 15 kilograms, when other scooters were weighing something like, I mean, the old generation scooter were made out of steel, and the motor was external, and the weight was something like 40 kilograms. They couldn't fold. They were made of steel or sheet metal folding, and I regarded the Quick to be a very light electric scooter. But then came another company and challenged us, you can say, and they did a quite a lighter scooter than we had in the Quick. So then we thought, oh, we gotta give a quick answer to that, and then we made the Lite, which was supposed to be lighter than the Quick, faster folding mechanism. And also, at that time, the main early adopters of the trend were men, and we wanted to spread it into into female audience. So we thought that a little smaller and much lighter would be the answer to also getting the female audience. And so we had some other changes as well, and we developed the Lite.
So you mentioned, so you mentioned the female audience, and it just so happens, and I'm not making this up, that, my fiance rides all the scooters that I bring home. Not all, but she rides the ones that are, that we can get down the stairs. She had been riding, different used scooters. She had rode a bunch of the Xiaomi scooters, right? Other ones that I bring back. Then I took home the Lite 2, 3 or 4 weeks ago, when, we've been swapping that around. She basically told me that this is now her favorite. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that's just because, maybe it looks good or whatever. And then we started getting into it, and she told me about different elements, and she's actually doing a special feature in our review coming up. Actually, she's in it for the first time.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you, what are the certain elements, because we don't, I think in the US at least, I don't think a lot of people are targeting women or females as electric scooter riders. And I think that maybe that might change. And I wanted to know from you, what are the things that you did to the scooter or elements where you had women in mind, as far as as far as elements that they may like, or
Okay, so generally speaking, I think the most important thing for me when I look at a scooter, a part of the characteristic that we want to define a certain scooter, right? If we want to be a very strong or rigid or something like that. But the first element that I'm looking for is safety and handling. Safety and handling. So what makes both features, safety and handling, is coming after a few technical details. Okay. First of all, we found out that we have designed the Kwik at first only with V brakes, which were noisy, and then we went into drum brake, disc brake, which was very good, and but had also some problems like. We had some quality problems because the wheel is so small, so that the disc can easily hit the pavement or stones or something like that, and then it's easily bent, and then you have a problem of squealing disc. I mean, if the disc is not totally straight, you immediately suffer from not only noises but friction problems and stuff like that. So we had quality issues with these kind of brakes. So what we did is I think it was the first electric scooter which had a drum brake on the rear wheel, and together with the motor. So in the drum brake really reduced all the quality issues that we had before with the two other different brakes. Not the other side. You're looking at the other side. The drum brake is on.
So you had the motor in the rear wheel, with a drum?
Yeah, the drum brake is right where the scooter is on the other side of where you're looking at now. Not the front, I mean the rear wheel, but on the other side of the rear wheel.
Got it.
Okay?
Let's spin this. It'll come around.
Yeah, it will come around. I think the camera will not show it, but if you move the camera to the left, you will see the drum brake.
Yeah.
Together with the motor, with the rear wheel motor, together with the drum brake.
Yeah.
So Light 1 had a drum brake within the wheels in the motor side, and the motor was also an important fact is that the motor is in the rear wheel and not on the front wheel like Xiaomi, which is better for some other functions such as.
Why do you like the motor in the rear versus the front? Because I know a lot of people have asked about that. What's your take?
What's my take?
Yeah, what's your view on that?
Oh, definitely a rear motor wheel is better. Definitely. For one, it pushes you. You see, when the wheel is pushing you rather than pulling you, this is better. First of all, for uphills, and second for wearing the tires, because when you start your acceleration, your weight is going into the rear wheel, and when the rear wheel is pushing, it's better than when the front wheel is pulling. So
okay, because your weight is more over the rear wheel, and even while riding, of course. Most people.
So in the first generation of Light, which was called Light 1, we didn't know it was called Light 1, but when Light 2 came on, we called it Light 1 and Light 2. So when Light 2 came on, which is the model you have over there, we also added a front drum brake, which makes it even much safer. So it's very, very, you have two drum brakes, front and rear, and you really can stop in an instant. The second issue is the handling. And the handling goes into also a few factors, and the main one, well, there are a few ones, but one is very very obvious. As lower the deck is, and you're stepping lower, the center of gravity is lower, and then balance is more easy. And if you will try, well, actually, I'll give you a tip to get a hang of whether if any scooter is like nice handling. What you should do is try to ride it without your hands. Okay, I mean, don't put your hands behind your back, because what happens is you have a steering column which is high, and the center of gravity makes it easy to wobble, how do you say it, from side to side. But keep your hands next to the T-bar, but do not put any pressure on it, and see if you can ride it without any tension in your hand, without any helps in your hand, like a skateboard. That means the handling is easy. If you can just turn it, if you can fix the direction with your feet, then it's a good handling, which it means you don't have to correct it with your hands all the time. And you immediately feeling, and I guess that's why what's her name? Pardon, your fiancée? Oh, I have no sound. Sorry? I only hear myself. Okay.
You back?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I think we're back. Sorry, we're gonna get a new mic. This mic, too old. Sorry about that. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, you were mentioning about the handling, basically. I mean, I heard everything you said. Everybody heard what you said.
Okay.
So you're mentioning about the handling and being able to, not that we condone riding with no hands, but if you just hold your hands above the handlebar, see how much force you need to constantly use, and see how stable that scooter is, right? I think you were kind of alluding to that.
Stable is the word, correct.
And what causes the stability? Because that's something that we absolutely noticed. And I think I know why it is, but it's probably better coming from you. And I may be wrong, but.
Okay, so one reason is the deck, and the other reason is the precise angle of and geometry of the steering and the wheel and the front wheel, and these are things we keep. This is knowledge that we keep ourselves within the company, but we managed to get the best handling and how did you say it? Stability. When you ride a scooter, so.
Sure. Yeah.
I think the common reaction of every new rider that comes ever on a light is a big smile. This is always what happens. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, but that, from my experience, it's a very, very nice, very nice satisfaction, and we did a good job on that.
Yeah, and it's able to be picked up, I would say, by 30 pounds is low. It's still pretty. We're considering this ultra portable because we consider anything that's 30 pounds or less ultra portable. So we kind of this one just kind of sneaked in to the ultra portable category. The blade style, stem fits, at least in my hand, pretty well. Whereas a lot of scooters with the real wide stem, I can't pick up a scooter when I can only get my hand around, this much of it, right? And so scooters that are like this, and you're trying to pick them up like this, 30 pounds will feel like 45 pounds, right? But if you have a smaller, stem to pick it up with, and that certain scooters have that, or a handle or whatever, it actually makes that weight feel a lot less, I think.
Yes. So that's also emphasizing on the very quick folding mechanism that we did on the light. You do not need to bend. Okay, you fold it on one foot action, and it's folded down and clicks into its place, so you can instantly lift it up. So it's like no hustle. You can open it, fold it in seconds. It's quite, as you see here, it's compact. The handlebar fold. The stem is going getting short telescopically.
So, it folds very small. I think it's 37 inches long when folded, which is literally as small as anything we've tested, actually.
Yeah, it's 1.5 meters or something like that.
Awesome. So we is there anything else you want to say about the scooter right away before I go into some questions from Facebook and from the live chat?
It'll come up, I guess. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I think it will. So first I'm going to go over, there's two big questions. We did a poll on Facebook where people could write in, community members could write in their questions to you. 2 questions got all the votes. And the first question was, why don't you allow the kickstart feature to be disabled? Meaning, why don't you allow the scooters? I think we've reviewed the aux before, but is there a reason why you don't have the zero start feature available?
Okay, that's certainly coming out from safety reasons.
What would be the safety reasons?
What I mean safety reasons is the zero start, non having the option of zero start have to. I understand the minus. Okay, I understand the what people are maybe upset about, but 2 things. First, if the scooter is standing next to you, and many times either you or other people around you pressing the throttle, the scooter will jump to the front. I have seen other scooters have broken a window, a shop window, a glass shop window, because it was a very heavy scooter, and somebody by mistake touched the throttle, so it jumped forward and broke the glass. If you don't have the intention to start, don't start, and don't have it to be started, the scooter.
I think when folding, that's when I've messed up, and I have messed up a couple times when I'm like about to fold the scooter, or I was in a grocery store actually, and what was I doing? I think I was just carrying it, and I accidentally just grabbed it, and I grabbed it was a trigger throttle style scooter, and it was kind of a fast one, and it actually zipped around me in a basically a quarter circle, and it was kind of embarrassing at the Trader Joe's there. So that's what but that's happened to me before.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, I didn't think about the folding option. It's interesting.
Well, folding is when I tend to hit the scooter on accident, is when I'm folding and unfolding, because you're folding the handlebars, so you're taking them down like this, right? When you're doing that, right, you're right next to the throttle, whether it is a thumb throttle or a trigger throttle. It's there, right? And you just got to be careful. But when you do something 1,000, 2,000 times, you're gonna have an error rate.
Absolutely. No, I'll tell you some. Listen, coming with a shopping bag and want to put it on a handle, or coming with a wallet or something, and your hands are full and you're touching accidentally the throttle or anything like that. I had many times I was touching the throttle and saying, "Oh my God, thanks for not having a zero start on that," because definitely the scooter would fly forward.
with all that said, knowing how many different safety reasons there are to not have the zero start, will there ever be a time when you could go into the deep settings of the display and add that? Is that a possibility down the road, or is that
You know what? Okay, listen, I'm gonna write it down. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it. Okay, why not? I didn't think about it that way. Okay.
Well, then you're not liable, right? You can, you could just, it's like, hey, the scooters, it's super safe. But then, for those people that really want to go online and find the how-to video that really want this, they can have their thing.
Chuck, I promise you to check that out. Okay.
All right.
You never know. Maybe next year something like this will. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Very, very cool. Yeah, awesome. Let's see.
Another reason. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to another emphasizing reason. What I want that actually when you kick the scooter, you keeping the battery better. You're watching your battery better. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the first impact when you're standing is totally different than when you're starting with a kick. So
you're talking about like the power that you're using versus the scooter, right? Like that 0 to just getting it going from 0 is a lot of power more than.
Actually, it's not getting your scooter; it's getting your body. Your body weight is much heavier than the scooter. Right? I mean, your body weight is like 80 kilograms or 80, 90, 70 kilograms. The scooter is only 12, so it's not about a scooter. It's about your body weight that the scooter is supposed to carry.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. So, so you conserve some battery there. That's kind of the deal.
Save battery juice and save battery life. Not only because as bigger the peak you have, every time you charge the battery or every time you extremely stress it, it has a certain rate of wearing out. So it's just keeping the battery in better condition.
Got it. Okay. No, this is interesting. Second question from the Facebook group is, any updates on the Inokim OXO? Do you say OXO? Do you say OXO in the near future? Any updates on that scooter? And how should we refer to the OX, as an OX or an OXO? Hugs and kisses.
You know what?
And more hugs.
What is nice? I think what is nice is that products, after you give birth, they have their own life. So myself, I called it OX and OXO, but if someone wants to call it OXO, you're free to call it to any interpretation. Okay. My name was actually we did the OX first, only OX, okay?
Yep.
And then we had some calls from other people, and the company had decided to add the second motor wheel. And the okay, so it's another wheel. So a wheel is a O. We call it another O. So
you originally referred to it as the ox, like the animal.
Like a what? Like
an
animal.
Ox.
Yeah.
Animal.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just real quick. I know this isn't the question, but why? Why that animal for a scooter?
Okay, let me remember. I know how it came to birth. Well, the guys in the company, they wanted to, the word X. The letter X is usually for well, they wanted to call it Quick X. First, they were looking for a stronger generation of Quick. And they wanted to call it Quick X or X Scooter or Inokim X. They wanted the X.
Yeah. So you needed to have the X in there.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was looking for, all the. On the meantime, the names of the products we did, like a Quick, Light, also with the bicycle that we're doing now, and Ox is all the interpretation of, you know, it's a interpretation of something, reflection of something that, you know, the light is because of the lightweight and the quick is because the quick folding. So
the Ox is because it's bigger?
Ox was, powerful and fast like an ox, like the animal.
Okay, all right. Very good. Any updates coming with that one before we have like a bunch of questions from the audience that I know we want to get to, but any updates coming for the OXO?
Well, we're improving a lot of the things. I mean, the company is improving a lot of the things that we hear about. The folding mechanism shaking and the strength and all these kind of things. We are definitely improving the material procedure and in the engineering. It's a lot of engineering work is done these days.
Gotcha. Okay, so like little things, little fixes, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we've got a ton of questions from the audience. So I'm gonna. Are you good to take some questions?
Well, I'll try. You know, I'm not. Don't make me nervous. I hope I can.
Tell someone to get you some coffee.
There's no. Everybody's asleep. You know.
Oh
everybody's
my gosh.
sleeping.
Okay. All right. We'll keep you awake. The audience is going to keep you awake. Robert is asking, what are the key features that keep the light light? Does that make sense?
Well, first of all, the aluminum extrusion. Okay, the extrusion is very, very, very strong. The extrusion is it's almost like fiber carbon. Everybody knows that fiber carbon is a strong material, which you can have very thick thickness walls and strength. So actually, aluminum extrusion with certain heat treatment makes it very, very strong. So all the body and the steering is made of extrusion and heat treatment, which we can then reduce the thickness of the profiles and get it as thin as possible. And actually every direction of the profile has different thickness according to the stress it has to carry. So like there are two parallel ribs in the center and they are maybe 3.5 millimeter thick. And then the deck on top is 2.2 millimeter thick. It's really a lot of engineering calculation and analyzation to get the minimum weight we can on the structure. That's mainly it. You know, the 8-inch wheels are smaller and lighter than 10-inch, which we have on the Ox and the Quick. Practically looking really at every detail. You know, on the first generation, we even didn't have the kickstand because we wanted to save weight. Sorry, I can't hear you again. Okay.
Back. Let me know when the audio comes back. It's back? Okay.
I'm back,
yeah. I was just gonna say you got the little kickstand here, but I know on the Light 1, right, there was no kickstand. So
no kickstand.
I think that's a smart feature. Jan-Yves is asking, so second question, wouldn't a solid piece, I'm assuming of metal, you know, frame, be safer than extruded?
Oh no. Extrude, you know, extrusion, what is the benefit of extrusion is the different directions you can get on the profile without any efforts. And of course, there's always a trade-off. You know, I'll give you a quick, I'll draw here, I will draw here an extrude profile, okay? The extrude profile of any of our scooters let's say, okay? It's like this. I don't know if the camera can see that, okay?
Put it a little higher. Yeah.
Okay, now, how do you do that? How do you make this shape, if not extrusion? You have to have a sheet metal and then bend it, okay? And then bend it and weld it, okay? Now, how do you get this profile, okay, which is even stronger with a piece of metal, but with an extrusion, you can get it directly.
Okay.
So you have on one action out of the machine, you have the extrusion tube coming out, and you can design it in different thicknesses, and you can analyze it and make it really as strong as you like. Then it's a balance of, you know, strength and weight.
Got it.
Of course, you have to add the heat treatment over there. But yeah, it's a better technology than just a piece of metal.
Okay. Very. Thank you.
I mean, also when you're saying metal, which metal do you think? You know, metal, there are thousands of metal, and
Sure.
Aluminum is an alloy. So are you referring to a sheet metal steel, which is definitely heavier and not as much stronger? Okay, so and you cannot extrude. You can hardly extrude a metal. You can extrude aluminum alloy. You can extrude a metal. Is much more. It's definitely different.
Okay, that's it. I mean, this is like coming. This is great. This is really good info. Next question, Scoot PDX asking, what do you think the niche is for Inokim? Commuter, fun rider, how much power, like power crazy people. You know, he wrote, because Americans are generally larger, fatter than most. You know, anyway, we don't need to talk about that. But what I mean, I think the main idea is like, what is the niche when you're developing these scooters and the brand Inokim? Like, what are you targeting? Commuters, having fun, maximum power, or something that I didn't mention, or that this, you know, Scoot PDX didn't mention.
Okay, so you know, it evolves. We started with commuting. My idea was last mile solution as commuters. My idea was to educate audience and the market to use electric scooters as a last mile, actually, not just riding the scooter, but able to put it in a car, and then when you're stuck with it in a traffic, you can put it out. Or if you don't find a parking place, you can put it out and ride the scooter. Or when you're using you know, my English is much better than that, but just
okay. I know it's 4 a.m. It's okay. It's okay. Don't feel
public
bad.
Transport.
Yeah,
you can use it and carry. So we started with the last mile solution, and then it went into commuting. Well, I basically refer to commuting. I think this is very important, to commute with electric scooters or electric vehicle, light electric vehicles, keeping the cars in the parking, I'll repeat myself, okay? So, you know, the car is able to carry 5 people in a speed of 100 miles an hour or 100 kilometers per hour, very, very fast, very strong for many people. Most of us are actually driving by ourselves alone in the car, right? So all this energy, moving all this big thing is a wasted energy. While you can use such an electric scooter, electric bicycle, whatever, which uses 100 times less energy and getting there, getting at the same places you were. So definitely commuting is my aim, my target.
That's like a number one.
Sorry?
That's like your number Number one,
Yeah.
like most, like highest focus is not joyriding, right? It's commuting, using the scooter every day. That would be the number one.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
and I think why people find out it's so friendly, it's so nice to do it, because they found it's actually also enjoyment. Enjoyment?
Yeah, enjoyment. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun. So
it's enjoyable to see your place.
commute it, but you have fun on the way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that makes sense. And it kind of works because I think we've heard and we've seen that the build quality and just the longevity of Inokim scooters, right? We have 40 something scooters now. It's like we don't have things break on us with the Inokim scooters. Like there's not things that just wear out or like are out of the box broken, right? That doesn't, I mean, it hasn't happened to us, and we don't, it's like that's kind of what I hear Inokim is known for, rather than, there's other scooters that, you might get a lot more bang for your buck in terms of like massive, crazy acceleration. And I think for me, right, as I commute more and more, I guess it's like in my first year or so of riding a scooter, it was like so fun to feel that crazy power, right? And maybe because I'm 38 years old. Some days, a lot of days now, I just want a comfortable ride. It's like you can only drive a sports car and gun it so many times before you're like, okay, I'm over gunning it. I'm enjoying my ride, and I'm looking around, and I see something I stop for, whatever. And it's just, you get to see the outside, right? And the scooter, you almost just don't have to worry about it. It's just comfortable, thumb throttle. It's got good suspension. Everything works well. You don't have to think about it all the time. You don't have to worry about having the wheel twisted a little bit, hitting the accelerator, and having the scooter lurch out the wrong way over a bump, and then you're on your butt. That's how I think of Inokim personally. I don't know if that's, how it was designed, but it's. Yeah.
Well, it's obviously designed to be easy, fun, safe, friendly, very friendly to user. Anyone,
Yeah. The kick to start. The kick to start is good. I mean, it's not like there's scooters where you have to really finesse the kick to start, actually, especially on a hill. And, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You'll find out that you will introduce it. If you introduce it to people that even never rode bicycles before. Some people didn't ride bicycles. Okay.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, you want to try the electric scooter? You want to ride the electric scooter? Oh, I never even rode bicycles.
Yeah.
But they will find out that they will easily adopt.
Yeah.
Inokim, maybe any other electric scooter, but they will easily adopt and ride it from the first takeoff.
Sure.
It's easier. It's even easier than bicycle. It's
Gotcha.
easy peasy. Really, cool. Really comes natural.
Okay, awesome. Quick question, really quick. Robert Fontanosa asks, is it 7075 or 6061 aluminum? I don't know what that means at all. Does that mean something to you, Nimrod?
Yes, it does. Again, what I was too fast.
7075 or 6061 aluminum. This is
it's more close to 6. 7 is very rare to find. The 7 series. It's
okay. It's more like a 606.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. We're gonna try to get through these. Ant-Man's asking, I've heard changing flats on the Light 2 is much easier than most scooters. What is it that makes fixing flats on the scooter so easy?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know one answer to this question, but maybe you can shine some light.
Right, sure. And you're right, and I forgot to mention that before. But the rims are splitted with the screws. They're split into two halves. Okay, so you actually don't need to pull the tire on top of the rim. You split two rims, both the rear wheel and the front wheel, the rear wheel. You can open with 5 screws, split them into two halves, put the new tire and the new inner tire together, close them back, and then it really makes a huge difference, which we had a lot of problems before
Very
that.
good. Yeah. So basically, almost no scooters, I mean, like at least in this price or weight class, come with the split rim design, right? A lot of scooters are just this, non-split, and it does make tire changes harder. So that's the answer. That's what I've also, heard. Luckily we haven't had to do a tire change on the Inokim yet. No, we have not. We have not. Yeah. No, we only have 70 miles or something.
I just replaced. Just today, I replaced. I had a flat tire and I replaced it, and I didn't do it for ages. It was really quick procedure. I really didn't do it for a long time, and it was nice to remember how to do it again, and it was really easy.
Awesome. Cool. Another question from Ant-Man. The Quick 3 has a 400 watt motor, 50 less than the Light 2, but top speed is only 19 miles an hour. Which is 3 miles per hour slower than they're saying the Light 2? And actually, I actually got 20.7 miles per hour on the Light 2, but I think what this person is asking is like, the Quick 3 has a 400 watt motor, and the Light 2 is 350, correct? But top speed is 19. So I think they're asking about why did you decide to go with certain top speeds with certain motors? I think that's the main question here.
Okay, so maybe there will come some other questions. Not all the questions I have answers, and some of the questions, some of the decisions are made. It's a company decision.
Yeah,
it's not under my my process always. But as far as I know, you can reach almost any speed with any scooter, at least with our scooters. And the issue is usually regulations, or the most regulations in most countries, and even 35 kilometers per hour is not a common regulation speed. So I guess the issue of getting faster, as he say, with the Light is a matter of local regulation, or it's an extra to the it could be an extra to the sorry, somebody's getting me here. Getting I need to close something, which is another problem.
No worries.
But also I think this can be changed by programming, either local or in the factory. But to this specific question, why is the speed different? I don't know.
Okay, that's not your area, I think, right? I think that's. Yeah.
Yes, but you should ask the local your reseller. You should ask him, and if not, you can put the questions into the website, and somebody from the company can answer that.
Okay, that's inokim.com, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Just a couple more, and then we'll let you go. I appreciate you sticking around. I know you must be tired. are these made in Israel or just designed there?
Just designed in Israel.
Got it.
Just designed in Israel. It's proudly made in China, and we had a big factory over there with a big engineering and R&D and management. But also there is a lot of business development in Israel and marketing, and actually there is a division in Israel which is very involved in what's going on in the plant. Well, it's definitely a corporation, but the production is in China.
Okay, got it. Okay, last question. Any update on the Quick 4?
Soon. Soon, really soon. I can't say whether it's but it's a few months far away from us. Definitely before the end of the year. Definitely. We're just checking some last couple of things, but it's getting closer. I promise. It's going to be a real big surprise and a beautiful product.
Awesome.
I guess it's a matter of well, I don't want to say that's a strategic issue here. So this is why I don't put a date on it, but it's coming up.
Okay.
Sooner.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect. So thank you so much. We'll let you go. I really appreciate you coming on. I always like, chatting with you on the WhatsApp, and, I don't discount how early it is, because sleep is one of those really important things, I think. And so I appreciate you coming on. I think everybody, there's almost 100 people watching you right now, and probably thousands more over the next couple weeks. And I think I can speak for everybody, but I hope everybody in the live chat says thank you to Nimrod for coming on, and just basically giving it all up on why he made each decision that he made for the scooter. And so I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate you coming on, and I'm sure we'll have you on again.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry. I don't feel at my best, and my English was very slow this time. So
no, you're good. I think it's just fine. I think it's just fine. So no need to apologize. Really yeah, nice to see you as well, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night or good morning.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right. So amazing. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys caught all that. Oh, I forgot to tell him how many people said thank you. I mean, over 15, 20 people said thank you. So Nimrod, I'll let him know later, you guys. I'll text him. I don't know if he looks at the live chat or what. But it's really nice to have him on. Gosh, I got to go through there and rewind all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, just a quick reminder before we go to the next section, that we have our full review for the Lite 2 that's going to premiere right after this show is over. So we'll drop in the link. I think the link may already be in the pinned comment, but either way it will be. We'll get that premiere going right after this is done. We still have the news coming right up right now.
Back with hey everyone, it's Ray Mir with ESG, and I'm here with the news with Chuck. Hey Chuck, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Nimrod, shout out to Nimrod. It's 4 a.m. Israeli time right now.
Yeah.
And he got up we pre-called him. So
yeah, we pre-called him. I think he was driving back from France. I shouldn't mention where he was, but yeah, I mean, if I were him, I'd be wanting to sleep right now. Not coming on a show or whatever. So cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, good on him.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he's just so honest about everything. Like I'm gonna stop this from.
He's gonna stop.
This thing's gonna hit me in the back here because I'm leaning back a little bit. Now I got some space. Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear from him. It's always good. I know last time we cut him off.
Yeah.
That's when we were ending the shows at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what kind of got me to talk to Chuck. Like, hey, Chuck, there were a whole bunch of questions for this guy. Maybe we should extend the show. So Nimrod, you're the reason why we changed the live show.
And Raymir, both of you guys. It was like, let's not cut this guy short because he's a guy. I mean, he is the guy. Yeah, like nobody knows, but like he's the guy that like kind of started the modern day electric scooters.
Yeah. He's the reason why I'm here today. Well, at this scooter place, yes, he is.
Yeah, so cool. All right, so we got some news coming up. Hopefully levels are good. And okay, so first thing is, so we got some micromobility news. Then we'll go into some industry news. Be real quick. So basically, the Ireland transport is shifting 20% of they're basically taking 20% of their transport budget and shifting it to walking and cycling projects. So again, another not city, but whole country that's basically saying we need to get people out there walking. They say bicycling, but we all know that also means scooting for us, right? Yeah. That's what that equals for us. So it's another city.
Yeah. Seems like every week we're reporting of a new place just opening up, and it's great, to be riding scooters and more roads and just more awareness. So good job, everyone. Yeah, we're making a change.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There was a poll spanning 6 EU countries, European Union countries, showing that people want more zero emission zones in cities. So, it says new polling data from over 21 cities shows a clear majority in favors of measures geared at preventing a return to the pre-pandemic levels of air pollution. So basically, right, they're saying, like, I don't want all this car pollution back again. I want something else.
Yeah, we know with COVID, it stopped the cars and pollution went down. Like air quality went up, especially out here in the Bay Area. Yeah. So I told my wife way back when, like, hey, if the emissions stay down and everything gets clear, they're gonna want less cars on the road. So I think it was naturally gonna happen, especially when got good numbers with the air quality.
Yeah, and if people start going back and they're not using public transport, then we know the gridlock is going to happen way worse than before, and then it's going to go back worse, I think, than before. So it's kind of like for cities or municipalities, it's like it's going to get worse if you don't open this up. So if you're watching this, one of you viewers out there or anybody, it's like the overwhelming trend is open up your cities.
Yep. Open it up.
Get it going, everybody.
Red Sea
do what
cities.
You need to do. Okay. Spin, our buddies at Spin, opening operations in Germany. So congrats to Spin. I think a lot of these places are, scooters just in general are, it's hard to get them all legalized because the overwhelming amount of media attention is always the negative stuff. Right?
Yeah. It's the ride share people. Not ride share, but
scooter sharing. Sharing on the scooter, right? But like, it's and we know it, right? They're not wearing their helmets, they're going on sidewalks, right? They're blowing past old people that break their hip and get scared, right? It's not fun.
Yeah, but I think it would change though with scooters being more known and just all these laws, and just you're gonna see more personal electric scooters on the road. So they're gonna look at it and just see what we're doing and talk to them. I know I talk to certain people like, hey, you should wear a helmet. Like people hate me, like especially my family members and friends who have scooters. Or I'm like, hey, get a helmet, get a helmet, get a helmet, get a helmet, get a helmet. And they're like, man, you're like the fun police. I'm like, hey, trust me. But then also I had 2 people get hurt without wearing a helmet. So yeah.
People you knew?
Yeah. One guy was going down in San Francisco. He was on a Lime scooter. And no helmet, and it defaulted on him somehow, and then he busted his face, which is kind of gory.
I mean, we did that a long time ago. We did a Reddit survey, and my goodness, the amount of, it's not a secret that the scooters are kind of dangerous. Like, they're not dangerous, but like, you're just going to fall a little more than a bike typically because of the tire size, mostly because of tire size. And I mean, I know this conversation started with scooter sharing and everything, but it's true, they don't wear their helmet. And so then, then what does the media report? They report that, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's not if you take the precautions, then it's not dangerous, right? I mean, I liken electric scooter industry to like Napster in like the mid 90s, right? It's like, you're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop personal electric vehicles. You're not going to stop scooter sharing. You're not going to stop the personal market. You're just not. So we need to figure out how to deal with it, right? Yeah. We all love it, I think.
Love
it.
Love it.
But we have to, like, the society has to just change, and people need to. It sucks, but I don't think things are going to change until everybody's had a friend that's had a bad crash on an electric scooter. Or another vehicle. One wheel, really like everybody I know that's ridden a one wheel has actually got, everybody that I know that's ridden a one wheel has gotten an accident. We have a special guest. I think we're going to bring him on real soon. A big time one wheeler. We'll get him on.
I wonder who
that is. But yeah, I mean, I could do a whole show, right? On like, what's going to happen with this industry? Like, what are the predictions, right? What's going to happen? But I go around Berkeley right now, just cruise around. Man, I saw a one-wheel person on the way today. I was actually thinking about going over there because in my head, of course, I'm always thinking about the live show and like what I could do. I was thinking about just going over there, talking to this guy and just recording him and asking him what he likes about riding. Because I remember I was riding the Light 2 over to work, and I'm just going along my way. And I remember seeing this report that said, people on electric vehicles, personal electric vehicles, enjoy their commute.
Yeah. Number one thing for me.
It's like, when do people enjoy their commutes? When in the past, I don't know, ever?
Yeah.
Since horses?
Right.
I mean,
get off that
walking, I guess you could enjoy a walk, but like, if you're not walking, what are you really enjoying? You're enjoying being stuck in the super noisy subway, stinky, fart smelling subway?
Yeah, with scooters and just PEV in general, it makes you want to run tasks. For me, I hate going to the store. I hate it.
It's true.
My wife is watching the show right now, so she's gonna kill me when I get home. But I'd make every excuse not to go. But now since I've been riding scooters, I just lug my bag. If you guys seen my Raymer Ride Report one time where I went to the store, I do that all the time. Well, COVID has changed things a little bit, but normally I just, if it's a task, I have it. Get on the scooter and go. So,
because what do you like about it? Like, what specifically? And then we'll move on. I don't want to take up all the time, but what is it? Because this is what actually I was thinking about specifically. What is it that we enjoy about riding these PEVs, that you want to go commute, that you want to go for errands because you get to go?
Yeah, to me, it's open road, the air, just the sense of freedom, and not even, stop signs it keeps you, not stop signs, but just different like brakes, and just, it's a lot when you're driving the car. Parallel parking, you just have to do too much. But when you get on a scooter or any PEV, you just get on the road and you just go. What are you guys' what are your opinions? Like, what do you guys like most about riding scooters or something else?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I want to do. I'm gonna take at some point. We're gonna do a video. We're gonna do something on this and get maybe different guests to call in or whatever and talk about it. Cause like I've been thinking about this for a long time. Just the deep whatever. Okay, but we better move on. Move on. Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna stop and chat anymore. But that's my favorite thing to do. Okay. Massive increase in shared scooter program in Chicago. So Chicago basically is doing their scooter share program starting in the summer. What are you doing? Checking the comments. Yeah. Basically they're starting with 10,000, which is actually a lot for a city. So, this will be real interesting to see how this goes. Chicago thinks that electric scooters are a really good option. Again, this is the sharing, but this is how things start. This is how we open things up. Is we open them up with the big thing that's going to take over everywhere, right? Even if your city legally can't do it, you'll see everywhere people are riding these things, even if it's illegal. Yeah. The cops generally don't care. Maybe in the UK you hear some bad stories, but Okay, next up. There is this weirdo unit that I'm not even calling a scooter right now. It's called a Walkcar, WALKCAR. It's a micromobility product beginning pre-sale in where else but Japan, right? It's a and let's play. We have a video or something. Oh, let's play the video.
What's going on here? Is it a plank?
I actually thought it was a laptop with wheels.
What is this?
This is like the 1-inch tire. It looks like somebody's on rollerblades to me.
Yeah.
But boy, that's faster than I thought it was going to be. Didn't that look fast? Is that Wait, how is he going up that curb? Okay, first of all, this person needs to be wearing a helmet. Is he wearing a helmet? Please tell me he's wearing it. He doesn't look like he's wearing a helmet.
No, he's not wearing a helmet. Stop this guy.
I kind of want one, though. I want to try it. I mean, I think, you know what I think the use case is for this? I don't think it's what he's doing. There's too many cracks in the road. You get a big crack and you're going to go flying.
Yeah, what is that? It looks like a scale. Like, can you ride it and it tells you how much you weigh? Like,
as you ride it, you lose weight.
Yeah, like you're going about you're going 20 miles per hour and you weigh 220. Like, that's what it looks like. It looks like a scale. I wouldn't get on it.
That guy is not 220. I don't know what kind of motor that has, how far it goes. I think you use that in, like, you're in a Best Buy or you're in a Costco or something. Maybe not because how could you carry groceries? Maybe you're in a big lab, a big giant lab that's like a campus, right?
Yeah.
And it's got marble floors with no cracks.
This is like those Apple wheels. Apple, they have these wheels.
I don't do Apple, man.
Oh.
I eat them, but I don't,
Haha, Dad don't. But, yeah, that thing seems, I wouldn't get on it, me personally. Well, I have to see it.
I want one.
I'm always shaking on
get one.
devices like that. Wheels and...
We're going to reach out to them.
Yeah.
Let's have our people talk to their people.
Yeah, if you guys watch the show, Chuck wants to try it.
Yeah, right.
We're going to put stats on it. Give it the ESG stamp.
Yeah. Okay. Industry news. Okay. So Voro Motors has tested and has now an actual document proving their water resistance rating on the eMove Cruiser. It is now going to be rated at IPX6. Mm-hmm. We may even have a they sent us their proof. So basically it's like, a lot of companies can say that they have a water resistance rating, but they don't, we have our water resistance rating, but like, it's not really legit, right? It's like, and I'll mention it because, like, Kiwa, right? Okay, Kiwa Q-Power. We reviewed that scooter. Love Kiwa. Fine. It's a great scooter. Okay. But they advertise water resistance rating. But it's really not. It's not. It's like they, it's not really water resistant. It's not. There's no official thing. So how could it be?
Yeah, we all know the eMove Cruiser. That's pretty.
eMove Cruiser, we sprayed it down, but they now have the real deal. Okay. Also from eMove, big announcement by them, but their warranty is being upped to 1 year from 6 months. So this is a smart move by them. I think everybody should be there at 1 year. Basically, I'll just quote it. Effective June 15th, 2020, Voro Inc. will be extending 1 year limited warranty for all of our riders that own eMove scooters. This will only apply to actual scooters we made ourselves, not including scooters like the DIY-U, because they sell some like sitting bicycle weird, weird looking ones. Not weird, they're just interesting, right? If you bought it directly from us after December 15th, 2019, your warranty will be automatically extended to 1 year. Kudos to Voro Motors for making that retroactive. You guys always hook it up. So awesome. Also, Apollo's got some updates. They finally got their wide wheel pros back in stock. So check that out. That's great. The Apollo Light and Pros, I mean, everybody's been out of stock, right? So they're getting their stock back in next week. So if they're on pre-order or whatever, I think they're going to start shipping them real soon. And you can still get the $100 US, I think it's $100, forget it's Canadian or US dollars, but whatever. It's still available on, I believe, all of their pre-orders, which are right now, but it looks like it's going off pre-order in a week. So if you want that discount, maybe now's the time to get that stuff. And you can use our coupon code. I think it's just electric-scooter.guy.
Coupon code.
Maybe.
Hit that page up. Always.
Yeah.
If you're ever looking to buy a scooter, hit that page. That's how we survive basically over here. Okay. We got one community content and then Facebook giveaway. So community content, basically there was this great video that I found. I want to get the guy on the show because he did a fantastic job of basically just explaining what's going on with PEVs in general and why do you want to watch it. So we're going to just show the first 30 seconds of this video for you guys. Here you go.
Vehicles reserved exclusively for use by small children and lycra-clad adults, but not anymore. Advances in battery technology mean that these modes of transportation can now be motorized, and in recent years the personal electric vehicle has rapidly become a common sight on city streets around the world. This is no passing craze or gimmick. It is the beginning of a transport revolution that will eventually shape how our streets look, and it's awesome. I'm Jack, and today I'm going to share a few excellent reasons.
All right, so I mean, this is such a cool video. I more and more, I just love seeing PEVs of any sort because to me, it's like, it's what we talked about really quick is we just love to get outside. I love to feel like a kid again. I rode bikes my whole life until I was, 18 or whenever I got a car,
It seems pretty great. People in the comments, they said they felt freedom. There's a whole bunch of, it's the feeling of riding a PEV that does it for me, and it's nothing like it.
It's just personal. You get to be out there in the world. You get to see what's going on. I mean, anyway. All right, we don't want to belabor that, but hey, we just broke 100 viewers consecutively. We haven't had that happen since 4 weeks, I think.
Oh yeah. Thank you everyone that's watching.
Yeah. Thank you, Raymir, for joining, and thank you guys all for watching. We're gonna go to the Facebook giveaway next, but Raymir, Are you gonna do the giveaway from the computer, or are you staying with me for that?
I'm gonna do it from the computer, but you can go ahead, get the dice out.
All right.
And we're gonna go into our bumper.
Bump it. I'm probably back. All right, I'm back. All right. What camera are we on here?
The main one.
Boom. Okay. All right. So this week, again, if you want to be part of these Facebook giveaways, you got to be on Facebook. You got to go to the community on Facebook. It's a great place to hang out. Very little name calling, right? We keep it real kosher in there. So basically, we really appreciate, this week is Armadillos, okay? Corey, who is we're gonna get him on the show, I promise you. Our friend Corey from Armadillos will be giving the lucky winner of the Facebook giveaway a bottle of Armadillos tire sealant, which we actually have in a bag over there. We have it. It's in our go bag actually all the time. And also a t-shirt. So, you always need another t-shirt, right? I mean, geez, I have 3 t-shirts. I just rotate them. I need one of these Armadillos. It's an overkill t-shirt. So thank you so much to Corey and Armadillos for making this possible. So here's what we do. We roll the dice, okay? And then whatever number it is, Raymir has all the names of everybody that entered the Facebook giveaway contest. Again, the contest is on Monday. So just like be online on Mondays, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna roll that dice. You ready, Raymir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Whoops. Okay, hold on. All right, it's a 2. All right, Mike.
All right. Okay, he wrote a 2. So, like everyone knows, I'm gonna hit these are all the names. We have all the names loaded. Shout out to David. David,
David.
Thank you, David. You put this together. He gave us the names. Great. So I'm going to hit the randomize twice, and whoever's on top is the winner. So are you guys ready? Here we go. 1. Okay, one more. Hey, let's see if it. Oh, went twice. This guy, he landed at the top twice.
What?
Yeah, so he got it.
How
Josie Cortez.
What?
Josie.
Congratulations, Josie Cortez. Thank you so much, Corey, David Voss, for making this whole thing possible. And congratulations. You know, it's fun. We do this every week, so you know, make sure to watch. Make sure to go into the Facebook group. So some scooters we have a bunch of new scooters coming up. I mean, we actually just got the GoTrax. Hear my echo. That's weird. We just got the GoTrax Elite. So I've been testing that out this week. It's a GoTrax. It's interesting. It's gonna, they're known for their value, basically. Wait, I think I'm on this camera. Okay. So we're getting the premiere going. So we have that, and I think that's. If there's any last questions, I'm gonna hit it. But guess what? The link is now pasted there. If Richie can paste that link in the pinned comment as well, we'll get that over there. I'm about to cruise over to the premiere. I want to tell you guys something about this premiere. My fiance's in this premiere, you guys. She has like a segment that's 3 minutes, so I need you to give her a ton of love, because otherwise she's never gonna do it again. So give her like all the support that you can, because like, I wanted a female perspective on the scooter. Not that the scooter is for women, it's not, right? But there's very few scooters, I think, that women that are kind of geared for them, that they enjoy, that that look good, that work well. And he didn't cover all the reasons why it works for women, but anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna pop over there. I think we're probably down to like a minute or so until that premiere. It's already on countdown, so I'm gonna pop over there. Everybody that's on this show, we broke 100 viewers today, which is the first time in a since all the terrible news happened, basically. So I really appreciate you guys stepping back into the world here of electric scooters. Thank you for being with us. Keep staying safe, everybody. Thank you to Mickey for basically producing the show, Richie for training. We spent 2 hours basically just giving him all the hardest things that he could do. Every audio problem, and that's why our audio issues were fixed quick and early today. Thanks, Ramir, for helping all of that process and for being my co-host today. I don't know if I forgot anybody. And Justin for basically getting all the website, and for Julian for sending us a scooter. So, all right, I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Until then, ride safe. Don't forget to wear your helmet. Don't forget to wash your hands. We'll see you in the live chat on the premiere. Good night.